Hello everybody, how you doing? It's Damon yet again with another video, and this guy is SummerSlam 2000. Boy, we're getting close to this. In 25 SummerSlams, we're gonna be done with this. I would have rebooked SummerSlam 2000. I think the first SummerSlam of the thousands, it's a pretty good show that people don't talk enough about. Like Rock versus Kurt Angle versus Triple H. I know Kurt Angle was the contest for the manager of the main event, but it was still a pretty good match considering what happened. You had TLC, the first ever TLC match at SummerSlam was very good. Valvinus and China versus Valvinus and Trish Stratus versus China and Eddie Guerrero was pretty good. Jericho versus Benoit, 2 out of 3 falls. Steve Blackman versus Shane McMahon were very good. Even the opener was good. Rikishi and Too Cool versus RTC. Like there were some low lights. Like why Taz lost to Jerry Lawler, I have no idea. Why have Xbox as Road Dogg when none of them had feud? Like you had to put him in a match, put him as a multi-man match, but none of them were over as face. They tried to turn to faces, but they weren't over yet. Uh, Taker versus Kane was more of a segment that I felt like honestly didn't need to happen. And the less said about Cat fight with Terry in the stink face match against from Terry against Cat when the European champion sideline, like, and Al Snow's on the outside too. It's like the less said about this, the better. So I thought, let's redo this. Let's make it better. For starters, I would start off again. I would start off with Rikishi, Crash Ollie, and Too Cool versus the RTC. In this case, Valvinus would have soon after losing the semifinal match at King of the Ring 1000. He would have snapped. He would basically have another match with RTC and lose again, and then we'd be seen. And he end up joining the RTC on Raw. But they would have called the IR of Rikishi Too Cool and also Crash Holly, who was an honorary member of Too Cool, and they're fighting off against RTC. And at SummerSlam, it'll take basically is going to take a combination of the sorry, I'm just Godfather Train basically, Godfather Train move in the corner, as well as a DVD, Stevie Kick, DVD, and Top Rope Splash, Top Rope Leg Drop as well. All 4 finishers on Crash Holly for Rikishi's team to lose. So you start off with RTC winning, like in real life. Second match for the lightweight title, you got Dean Malenko versus China. I felt like Dean Malenko pretty much did nothing with lightweight title until he lost it like in March of next year. For 11 months, did nothing. China, I felt like she only had a 8 days ice title reign. I felt like I didn't see the point of this time around. I saw the point of it against Jeff Jarrett. I saw the point of it having a 2-time in that case because she pinned Jericho afterwards. I didn't see the point of giving back the ice title to her anymore, but I saw the point in her winning the lightweight title here, and she could. She could win the lightweight title, and like a sneaky heel, Dean Malenko can get it back later on that year when the Radicals reform. Then you have Tess versus the APA, Tess and Albert versus the APA. I have Tess and Albert winning here. For the Intercontinental title, who would have been Rikishi to win the ice title? How about Taz, who was coming back as a heel, and why not? He wins the title, and rather than basically wasting his time, he defends it maybe a fully loaded like against House, like he faced in real life, maybe before his title, and he beats him via tap out. Taz face up against Eddie Guerrero. I have Eddie winning the IC title right there and there, but he wins as a face. Then in the sixth match, sorry, in the fifth match of the night for the number one contendership for the WWE title, it's a 2 out of 3 falls between Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho that keep exactly the same way. Like Jericho taps out the cross face. Benoit taps out the Lion Tamer. But the fifth match, the third match, third fall is contested fairly until Jericho hits the Lion Salt. Shane puts the foot of Jericho on the ropes. It leads to Chris Benoit hitting a bridge dragon suplex for the win. Then for the hardcore title, Shane McMahon defending Steve Blackman. I keep it the exact same way. But there's a reason why Tess and Albert being there because they won their match there. And Steve Blackman could have backup from I wouldn't say returning hardcore only, but could have backup from other faces there to take care of APA. Like, well, okay, take care of Tess and Albert. You have APA interfere. You could say that basically APA was paid up by Steve Blackman. And so basically there's a reason why Tess and Albert are no longer there. And you could have basically even the Mean Street Posse. Like you have Test, Albert, and Mean Street Posse all come together. Initially, well, Steve Blackman is able to take care of the entire Mean Street Posse all by himself, but the combination of this and Test Albert was too much. This is where the APA comes in, and he's Shane fending off against Steve Blackman. Same thing as in real life. Same way it ends. Steve Blackman wins the hardcore title. And he can be cashed in on that day, or nobody else can pin him because it's a 24/7 rule is taken off of the night. And next match for the women's title, you have Lita versus Jacqueline. Basically, because it's been said by Commissioner Foley that they know that Lita tends to interfere in Artie's match, only against heel though, but to because of Edge and Christian's request that she doesn't interfere, they decide, okay, she won the women's title, she gets to defend the women's title, and she's barred from ringside for the women's TLC match. If she does interfere, Artie's are immediately disqualified for the TLC match, and the belt will be basically given to either Edge and Christian or the Dudleys. So it's Lita defending against Jacqueline, and have Lita retain the women's title in 8 minutes. For the World Tag Team titles, TLC, Edge and Christian versus Dudleys and Artie's. I keep it exactly the same way as in real life, and I want Edge and Christian win. Next match, if I'm having a pointless stinky face match, I would have a European title match scramble. Perry Saturn's defending against D'Lo Brown, permanent fixture of the European title scene, versus X-Pac, also very permanent, versus Road Dogg, who was basically inserting himself because it's the only secondary title he didn't get, versus Al Snow. You could have X-Pac cheat to eliminate Road Dogg. Road Dogg basically afterwards nails X-Pac, which leads to D'Lo Brown finally gets some confidence on X-Pac, and he lives in a sky high to pin D'Lo Brown pins X-Pac. You can have afterwards like Perry Saturn managed to hit his moss cover tree handle credenza, spinning fisherman suplex to eliminate D'Lo Brown, and it leads to Al Snow delivering the Snowplow and a Dragon Sleeper to make Perry Saturn tap out, and Al Snow wins the European title right there. Tag team match, basically the pre-main event match, or the basic penultimate match of the night, will be Undertaker and Kane team up against the Big Show and Big Boss Man. Yeah, that's right, they would team up. Big Show and Big Boss Man, the big team. Taker and Kane happen. And I will actually do something that really isn't done that much. I would have Undertaker and Kane lose. Miscalculation happen, and basically that's where Kane turns heel. Like there's a reason for him to turn heel then. And I also do. I also want to. I'm really tempted turning Big Show face again by while Kane is turning heel, Big Show's turning face at the same time. You have the first ever heel face turn at the same time, and it's like I want the crowd to be confused. I want them to be like doing what the hell just happened? How do we react? I don't know. Am I supposed to be excited? Am I supposed to care? Like I'm confused. And then you see like the equation, the mathematical equation in the back of every fan. It's like what am I supposed to react to that? I'm that tempted doing just for the lulz, but I can't. But if you want to put basically tell me what you would feel like, please. That's one of the things I want to see in the comments talking about that moment. It was a heel face turn against at the same time. Like both of them turn against their own partner. What the hell, man? But in the main event, I keep it exactly the same way. Minus Kurt Angle wouldn't get that heel face pedigree at the beginning. In fact, I thought it served nothing. I would have basically a healthy Kurt Angle face against Triple H against Rock, and I'll keep it the same way. Rock pins Triple H, not Kurt Angle, to retain the WWE title. So that's for SummerSlam 2000. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.